I believe it is time for a president who will take on the big oil and gas companies so we can finally meet our energy challenges. A president who will help Americans pay their gas prices during these difficult economic times. And that's going to be a real difference, because while Senator McCain has spoken out on energy reform in the past, in this campaign, he isn't offering any solutions to help Americans pay for high gas prices. Instead, what he's proposed is a gimmick, a gas tax holiday. It's nothing more than a Washington stunt. You may have heard about it. We had quite a debate about this during the primary season. If this idea worked, best case scenario, you would save 30 cents a day during the 3 months of the summer for a grand total savings of $28. That's if it worked. But it won't even do that, because experts indicate that what will happen is people will drive more, gas prices will go higher, and the oil companies are not going to pass on the savings from an eliminated gas tax. They're going to put it in their pockets. And that's what they did when we tried this in Illinois. I was for the idea back then because I wanted to give people immediate relief. 6 months later, we ended up repealing the law because consumers hadn't seen any benefit. The gas prices and the retailers had done just fine. And I don't think it's right to say that you're offering families relief when in actuality you're just boosting oil company profits. But here's the thing. It's not just that Senator McCain's proposal won't give you any real relief. It's that his proposal will actually do real harm. His gas tax holiday will take $3 billion a month out of the Federal Highway Trust Fund and hand it over to the oil companies. That's $3 billion a month that will no longer go to rebuilding our roads, rebuilding our bridges, ensuring driver safety. None of that will be available. At a time when unemployment is rising faster than at any point in the last 20 years, this idea would cost another 300,000 jobs in the construction industry, including 11,000 right here in Pennsylvania. And that's not the kind of change that the American people I've met are looking for. They're looking for a president who will fight for working families, not just big donors. And that's the kind of president I intend to be. And we're going to put a windfall profits tax on oil companies. We're going to use those proceeds to help Pennsylvania families pay their heating and cooling bills and reduce energy costs. I want to take steps to reduce the price of oil and increase transparency in the way prices are set, so we can make sure that energy companies aren't bending the rules, and to help Pennsylvania families meet the immediate costs of rising gas. I'm going to put a middle-class tax bill into the pockets of working families that will save you approximately $1,000 a year. And for senior citizens who are on fixed income, senior citizens who are on fixed incomes, if they're making $50,000 a year or less, we're going to eliminate their income taxes completely, so that these are some short-term steps we can take to ease the burden on Pennsylvania families. But the truth is, there's no easy answer to our energy crisis. And we need a president who's going to be straight with us about that. A president who's going to tell the people not what they want to hear, but what they need to know. And what we need to know is that any real solution isn't going to come about overnight. It's going to take some time. And that's why when I'm president, we're going to finally have a comprehensive energy policy. I want to invest $150 billion over the next 10 years in establishing an entire green energy sector. We're going to create a national low-carbon fuel standard that will help ensure the fuel we're using is more efficient. We're going to invest in clean energies like solar and wind and biodiesel. We're going to create up to 5 million new jobs, green jobs, jobs that pay well and can't be outsourced. Right now, a number of foreign-owned clean energy companies are creating quality jobs right here in Pennsylvania. I had a chance to visit one in Wilkes-Barre that is producing windmills in the Knoll Steel plant, and that's great. But I want to see American companies create green jobs here in America. I want to see America leading the world towards the clean energy future. And part of that is going to be making sure that our cars have better fuel efficiency standards, This is something that John McCain has consistently resisted. I think he is wrong on this. I think that we should be doing everything we can to work with the automakers to increase the use of hybrids and plug-in hybrids. The technology exists right now where we could have cars getting 100 miles a gallon if we've got some leadership from Washington, and that's what I want to provide. We're going to have a clear choice this fall. We can keep playing the same old Washington games that get politicians where they need to go and may reward the big oil and big gas companies but won't move this country forward. Or at this moment, in this election, we can say, as Kelly just did, not this time. We're going to say enough is enough. We're going to finally solve our energy crisis once and for all. Because I don't want to wake up one day 4 years from now or 8 years from now or 12 years from now and find out that gas prices just kept on going up 30, 40% every single year. I don't want to see us still sending $1 billion and a half to foreign nations, many of them hostiles, so that we're effectively funding both sides on the war on terror. I don't want to find out that we continue to pollute our environment with greenhouse gases that are raising the levels of the oceans and changing our weather patterns in ways that we can't predict. That's not the future I want for my children. It's not the future that I want for your children. And that's not the future I want for this country. I want to wake up and know that no family is struggling just to fill up a tank of gas, that our energy future is secure, and that our planet is a little cleaner because we finally tapped the entrepreneurship and the ingenuity of the American people and freed ourselves from the tyranny of oil. I want to wake up and know that Washington's finally looking out for Main Street and not just Wall Street. I want to wake up and know that the American dream is once again within the reach of ordinary American families. That's the choice in this election. That's the opportunity.